Good morning all. Today, welcome to the new video for SQL. We were discussing about the SQL practices, queries in SQL. In the last class, we learned about the aggregate functions that we have learned in 11th class. Today, actually, I am going to teach you an online app. That is, it's not online. Actually, you can download the app. I have shared the link with you. Download the app and you can actually practice the SQL queries in it. So, I'll show you how it is working. See in the screen you can see a icon SQL practice IDE. I'll share the link with you. So, that app helps you to implement the SQL queries in your mobile phones. No need of any laptop, no need of any PCs, etc. So, you can download it and use for your SQL purpose. So, just click on the app, the interface starts like this, database management interface starts like this. There you will be able to see so many nodes as well as IDEs also. IDE is for direct implementation practice and SQL nodes for the don't rely on completely on this SQL nodes, rely on the textbook whatever materials that I am giving. This SQL nodes have some actually a comprised node you can use this, and we were actually learning the group functions. We were learning the group functions actually. So, we learned what a group function is or aggregate functions. We learned aggregate functions. This aggregate functions we learned some minimum of maximum count etc. So, we will just see how to implement this in our online platform. This on aggregate functions works upon a group of rows and give you a single value. See this is the interface where you enter your SQL query and then execute it. Actually this platform is having some already built-in tables. So, I am just typing select star from EMP, that is an already existing table here. Select star from EMP. EMP is a table here. So, just give execute, you can see that you can see the table below. So, you can see the table below employee with employee name, employee number, employee name, job, MGR, hire date, salary, department etc. So, you can see that, see the table. So, these are the tables. So, it contains actually 14 rows. This table will give you some details of the employee number is there, employee name is there, job, MGR, hire date, salary, commission, department number etc. So, you can type your query here and you can execute and see the table at the down. Now, I will show you how aggregate functions works. See, when I clicked on sum of salary from employee, I got the sum of salary, and what has been executed or what has been displayed is the what we asked them to select. See the heading sum of sal will be written at the top and they will give you the output. Now next one, to select minimum salary, minimum of employee name and minimum hire date. So when you type that, you can see minimum salary is a numerical value. So, it will be taking from the numerical values. Minimum of e-name are the name of employee. So, what will be the minimum of e-names? E-names are a group of strings. It will be sorted in the alphabetic order and the first one will be considered as the minimum and the last one will be considered as the maximum value. So, minimum of a string is that it is the you sort it in the alphabetic order, and the first one value will be selected. Second is also the date, that the first date comes is considered as the minimum, and the last one, when it is arranged in the ascending order, the last one is considered as the maximum value. So only min and max will work with strings. Other aggregate functions works on the individual values. Average returns a value, but it will work only on the numerical data. So we will see how it works in the query. See, you can see that average of the salary is displayed. Now count, we will see how how many how many rows are there in our program, in the table. See how many are there, 14 rows are there in this table. So these are the functions. Well, next is a group by clause. Actually, consider the example of our IP class. How many students are there? 42 students are there from B, C and D. I have the mark list, and I want to calculate the total marks of all the students. Okay, with one sum of salary, sum of the marks, I will get it. But I want to get the marks by your section. That is, I want the total marks of students who are studying in B section, C section and D section. See, there are different groups. What will I do in this situation? I'll repeat the question. I want the total marks of the students in B section, that is IP, I am taking only IP marks. I want the total IP marks obtained by the B section students separately, C section students separately, D section students separately. For that purpose, I will use the clause group by. Okay, I will use this clause group by. So in our example, so what should be the output then? The output should be B batch students, the total marks, C batch students, the total marks, D batch students, the total marks of IP in D batch. So this is how I divide the whole IP class in group wise or in section wise and get the details. Similarly, here also we have employees in different departments. So I want the salary of the employees department wise. How will I take? I am not calculating the total salary, I am taking the average salary. See this example, I am selecting the department number and average salary from employee table, group by department number, So when you execute this, you can see the output. What is the output? It gives you the department number as well as the average salary of employees who are working in that department only. So in 10th department, the total staff are taken, the salary of those staffs are taken, and then the average is calculated. Again, for the next department 20, total salary is calculated and average is calculated. Again, for 30th department, it is calculated and displayed. This is the use of group by function. Now, next scenario, consider the IP class itself. I want to categorize them as B batch students, C batch students, D batch students. For that we use group by. Again, I want to one more classification, that is in B batch I want the marks of girls, I want the mark of boys. For that you can use the same group by, but you have to specify multiple columns. For example, I am taking the salary of the employees working in each department, but in one department 3 posts are there: clerk, salesman, president, etc. So many jobs are there. So I am classifying again as jobs. You can see how it will works. See the query. I am classifying them according to their department number first, then according to their jobs. see how the output comes. In the 10th department, there are 3 jobs, that is clerk, manager and president. So, what is the sum of salary of clerk? That is displayed. What is the sum of salary of manager? That is displayed, and sum of salary of president, that is displayed. Similarly, for the second group, that is second group by department we told. So, second group is 20th department. Again in 20th department there were 3 jobs, analyst, clerk and manager. Their salary of analyst are totaled, and they are giving salary of clerks are summed up and shown to you, salary of manager are summed up and shown to you. So, it is actually using the grouping for multiple columns. Is that clear? So, this is the end of the group by clause, and one more topic is, see, if I want to get some this while grouping itself I want to set some condition. See, based on some condition you show me the result, group by result. For that we will be using the having clause along with the group by clause. Okay. So, Oracle having clause allows filtering of the aggregate result, that is that aggregated result, maybe it may be a so we calculate the select only one department, we select only some jobs, etc. In that itself we want to make some filters, that is for greater than 10 or greater than 33,000, etc. Some filtering has to be done. Then you can use the having clause. So, we can see the example of this. I am again showing the employee, some of the salaries of the employees where job not like representative, that is I do not want the job salary of representatives, I need other people's salary. So, I am writing, see, I am grouping by job, but I am grouping only after grouping it, I will be displaying only those salaries greater than 1300. Okay. So, when I execute, the output will be like this. They will be showing only the people's salary greater than 1300. Is that clear? So, if you want to filter out something in your aggregate results, you can use the having clause. So, that is all for today. Thank you.